In this video, we're going to learn how to add and subtract fractions and add and subtract mixed numbers. We're also going to give our answer as both improper fractions and mixed numbers when possible. In addition, we'll look at some order of operation problems with fractions. So let's get started. So to add 1/2 plus 2/3, we're going to use our fraction button. Enter 1 on top, 2 on the bottom. Then make sure you hit the arrow over. Now we're going to put the addition sign. Now we have another fraction. And we want to add 2/3. And our answer will be a simplified fraction. Okay. Now notice this is an improper fraction because 7 is greater than 6. So that's our improper fraction. And now to change it to a mixed number, I'm going to use what we learned in the last video. Hit second and then this button. So 7/6 as a mixed number is 1 1/6. Let's put this here. So we have 7/6 as one answer and 1 1/6 as another. You should try this one on your own for practice. Now let's look at a subtraction problem. So let's try 2/3 and use the minus button. Now we have another fraction, 1/2. Use the arrow buttons to navigate, and I'm going to hit enter. And our result is 1/6. Now since 1/6 is a proper fraction, since 1 is less than 6, we're not going to write it as a mixed number. As a mixed number it would be 0 and 1/6, which we never really write when it's a 0. So we'll just leave this as 1/6. Let's look at the next examples. So now we have two examples where we're going to add and subtract mixed numbers. So using the same idea we learned in the last video, remember the mixed number is above the ND button, so we have to hit second and the ND button. So we have 4 and 1, third. And make sure to use arrow button till it's out of that mixed number. Now I'm going to subtract 1 and 3/4. Okay. So also notice it says write your answer both an improper fraction and a mixed number if possible. So let's see what we get. This is about 4, this is about 2, so we're going to get something around 2. So I'm just estimating. And we have 31/12. So that is an improper fraction because 31 is greater than 12. So I need to write this as a mixed number as well. So that's when I use this button. So first second, then this button. And as a mixed number, it is 2 and 7/12. So a little bit more than 2.5. It's the same idea with adding. You're just going to use the addition button instead. So enter your mixed number. 6 and 1/2 plus, need another mixed number, 3 and 5/8. Now I'll hit enter. The result is 81/8. That is an improper fraction since 81 is greater than 8. Now I'll get the calculator to change it to a mixed number. I'll hit second, this button, and we get 10 and 1/8 as our mixed number answer. So now one last type of problem when we have more than one operation. Okay? So I'm going to leave this one to you based on your previous knowledge. You'll enter the three fractions and addition and subtraction between, and let's look at this pair together. Okay. So notice there's parentheses, and remember the calculator recognizes the order of operation, so if you put in these parentheses, basically put it in exactly as you see it, then you'll get the answer correct. So notice I'm going to start with parentheses. Now 3 isn't a mixed number, it's a whole number. So I'm just going to put 3 minus, now I need the fraction 1/4. Now make sure you move the arrow out, and then you're going to close the parenthesis. Now we have minus. Now we have a new set of parentheses, so this is changing the whole order of operations, so don't leave them out. We have 1/3 plus 1/15. Close the parentheses. Now I'm just double checking it. 3 minus 1/4 minus 1/3 plus 1/15, and we get 47/20. So I'm just going to write that down. And now let's also write it as a mixed number. So 47 is larger than 20. So to change it to a mixed number, and here's another trick. So I've already hit enter. I don't need to retype this. If I just hit second and this button, it will take your previous answer and perform the operation of changing it into a mixed number. So you don't have to retype it. I just hit second in this right away, and we get 2 7/20. And now I'm just going to look to make sure this makes sense. So we started with 3, we took away 1/4, so that's a little bit less than 3. Adding these together, this is less than 1/2. We have 1/3 and 1/15. So we took away a little bit more, so it's still going to be between 2 and 3. So this seems reasonable to me. Okay, make sure to try these on your own to make sure that you can get them correctly.